Hello and welcome back to another live stream. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. And today we are back with another match preview. West Ham United versus Chelsea, tomorrow's early kickoff game. I am joined so far by my favourite alcoholic of all time, Melon. Big ups for you
Behind
from yourself
bootlegger
to
and
join
bootlegger only.
it.
My idol. Big up Max.
Yeah,
Big
big
up
up.
RSM for the raid. Any of his viewers that are still in it.
Yeah,
Big up
big up
to
to RSM for the raid early. Obviously, I was on his channel earlier, so if you guys want to check out the match preview, if you haven't already, then go on to RSM's channel as well. I've been on quite a lot of YouTube channels as of recently. I've been on Hanno's YouTube channel, been on Lewis's YouTube channel, been on Joey's, been on Nippin's. So go and check out all the videos, people. Go and check out everything. But yeah, this is the last time I have to talk about this game before it actually starts. Kind
yeah.
of relieved. But honestly, I think people know this already. If you've been watching, I am not looking forward to this. I'm not looking forward to it mainly because we've already lost 2 home games, and we're coming up against Chelsea, um, a team that you never know whether they're going to turn up or not. But Melon, what's your confidence like going into this game?
My confidence overall before the game kicks off, before the lineup's out. Um, I'm pretty confident in. I think getting a good performance in. I think I'm very confident, but the result overall, I'm not terribly confident. Overall,
Yeah,
I'm not necessarily like, because it's one of those games where it's like the quality of the team is sort of, and no disrespect to West Ham, like Chelsea, much better squad overall, much better manager from what I've seen. Some of the West Ham games, the tactics in the game is lackluster. I
yeah,
think we've done pretty well considering the opponents we've had. We've had Man City, obviously similar to West Ham in having Man City early, and I think we both lost 2-0, didn't we?
we lost 3-1.
You lost 3-1, so we both lost by 2 goals. But the performance was good from West Ham as it was with us.
Yeah,
So
uh,
the confidence I think is high in general, but just because it's at West Ham Stadium and
mm.
the bogey ground fucking aspects of it is like, yeah, it takes it down a few notches.
Yeah. I mean, fair enough. Big up to the Villa fan. How are we, Sam? Doing all right, man. Doing all right. Good to see you back in the chat as always. And big up to Carl as always, as well. Yeah, this game is just one of them games where I was talking about this with RSM earlier, where um talking about bogey teams. Like
Mm.
Chelsea got over their bogey team almost with Bournemouth away. We've had the opposite, where we've been a bogey team to Aston Villa and Fulham in the past,
Yeah,
and they didn't beat us in like 10 years. But then they beat us, both of them. Well, not Fulham this time. Like Fulham should have beaten us. We equalised, but we haven't beaten Fulham in 3 games. Haven't beaten Villa since Unai Emery has taken over, and it's kind of turned back on
yeah,
us. And I just have a feeling that if we're going to base it off like feelings and stuff like that going into a football game, then that's one of the ones where I feel like, okay, Chelsea could beat us out of ground for once, and this is going to come to an end eventually. Because I don't know how
yeah.
we keep winning against Chelsea at home,
Yeah,
but
it's destined to come to an end eventually. Like,
yeah,
I feel like when Chelsea are really strong again and contending for something, I think then it would happen. I'm not terribly confident in getting a good result
mm.
against you tomorrow.
That's the thing as well. Like usually the home team wins in this fixture. Like Chelsea would win at
Yes,
Stamford
absolutely.
Bridge. Like and the only time I saw win at Stamford Bridge was under Pellegrini, where I didn't even celebrate because I wanted the manager gone, and I thought the Chelsea game was going to be the last game that he was going to have. But you managed to survive for another 3 games, and that just made us like be in a cesspit for quite a long time. But Moyes came in to save then, and the rest is history, I guess. After that, but last season was embarrassing. Um, the people, most of the people know the story already. Like that was one of the first times I was in Lewis's chat when Chelsea faced West Ham last time, and I was starting to say to Lewis, "You're going to batter us," and he wasn't having it. He was like, "Nope, West Ham set pieces all that." No, I'll try to tell it. I'll try to tell every Chelsea fan I knew. Had Jimmy on the preview at the time. You're gonna batter us. Nobody was trying to hear it, and then all of a
Yeah,
sudden,
yeah,
the actual thing happens. I predicted 4-0 at the time. I remember that happening. And I was like, yeah, they're going to beat us like 4-0. But they beat us 5-0, so I got that wrong. Maybe I still underestimated how shit we were. And
yeah,
But like with this game, it's like you don't know what West Ham's going to turn up. You don't know what Chelsea's going to turn up. And I said this earlier. I'm scared of West Ham more than I am of Chelsea. And what I mean by that is I'm scared that of the selection of team that we could put out there, and
Mm,
also scared of maybe of the amount of chances that we could miss because we created so many good chances against Man City, but we didn't put them away.
yeah,
We hit the post twice. Like it just wasn't going to be our day. And to be fair to Man City, they did defend quite well that game. But against Fulham, if we're going on the back of Fulham, which by the way feels like more than a week ago, feels like a month ago already, because
yeah,
I've been trying to forget that game for. That was just a waste of 90 minutes, honestly, a waste of my time. It was the worst performance of the season. The fact that we even got a draw from that was actually amazing in itself. Um, but the
really
problem with
late,
that
wasn't it?
was, yeah, we left it so late, and we only did it because it was a quick throw in, and we caught them off guard. Very simple goal. I didn't even celebrate. I was like, okay, cool. But like very
Yeah,
cool,
them
bro.
ones.
I'm at home, bro. I don't need to celebrate a last minute equaliser against Fulham. If I was in the stadium, I'd be going mad, even though I probably would have had the same feeling about the game. But if you're at the game, it's a bit different. Like with this as well, though, is like against Fulham, we didn't really play on the front foot so much and create like and dominate teams, like and dominate Fulham. We were actually the second best team. We allowed Fulham to create chances. Yes, we were heading them out half the time, but we didn't get the ball into Somerville enough. Half of the game we were playing Suchek in a 10 and Antonio up front, so we weren't getting the ball ourselves. We were wasting the ball because neither of them can pass the ball 5 yards, which I've complained about millions of times. I'm going into this game now thinking if we don't play our best players, we're going to lose. Now I've pretty much predicted how the game is going to go as soon as I see the lineup every game. Every game.
Yeah,
You know what West Ham's going to turn up when you see the lineup. It doesn't fool you because maybe we've seen even though we signed a lot of the players that we've already seen. I mean, a lot of the players that are playing we've already seen, so we know what type of performances we're going to get, even though it's a different coach. So we kind of know what we're going to get. Like, do you have from a Chelsea perspective, kind of a thing in mind of what starting lineup you already kind of want to see?
yeah. I've got it open on another tab actually. I can send a screenshot over to Twitter so you can put it on the actual screen. But
Cool.
it's pretty similar to one on Lewis's, just a slight difference in it.
Right.
Hang on a
Fair
minute.
enough. Because you guys have got a lot of good
You
players
got
in
you got a
each
lot of depth.
position.
A bench
Yeah.
is pretty good as well with this. Um,
Okay.
we've got
Right.
players that can make a difference. Players
Yep.
that can come on off the bench and change the game quite a lot.
Hmm.
I think the main factor of why, in terms of the players you can put out, and why I'm so almost negative about the situation right now against West Ham is because both are two of our better players are out in Reece James and Malo Gusto, which are both right backs. So
Mm.
that right hand side is going to be. We had the same problem against our last opposition in Bournemouth, and we had to play Disassi at right back, and it was just an absolute mess. Big up RSM, by the way.
Yo, big up, man.
We
Big
had a
RSM,
massive
man. Good to have
problem
you on.
with him at
Yes.
right back, and it was just awful to watch. He was terrible. So any other alternative, maybe Kukurea slipping on the right as a
Alright,
last ditch effort.
this is Melon's team.
Mm.
Okay, so
Wait, Koval,
Enzo,
Tosin,
yeah,
Fofana,
yeah,
Relic,
Seneca Correa. I mean, I'd be afraid of that in
Fofana.
general.
Okay. But the thing is, Melon, and I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. You've seen Maresco's quotes from this morning, right?
Yep.
Do you think that, I feel like given his quotes, he's basically said, like, I see Neto more as a right winger. Now that Sancho is up to fitness,
Yeah.
couldn't it also be Sancho on the left, Neto on the right to start with? Because something that we saw in the Bournemouth game, and I like other people were saying, and I kind of agree with, is that when you have Neto and Madueke, you have too many you have both wingers who want to do the same thing. They just want to drive. They just going to drive into the box, try to shoot or try to cross it. Whereas when you have
Yeah.
somebody like Sancho and Neto, right, or somebody like I
Madueke.
guess you could do like like a Madueke with a Sancho. You
More
have
of a
somebody who
creator.
wants to be direct, and you have somebody else who wants to like link play, do 1-2s, um, and like kind of play close passes, and that kind of
Yeah.
keeps the defense on their toes. I don't know what you think about that though.
Yeah, I'd agree. The only reason really I've gone Neto on the left is because I heard some rumors that Sancho wasn't fully, up to fitness, and that's the team I'd not necessarily want to play. That's the team I'd expect to see tomorrow from who we have out and just what we're trying to deal with. But
Yeah.
I would for future games expect Neto to be on the right, like Maresca said in his press conference. You know, with two left wingers is Sancho and Mudryk, but I'm not having Sancho out and dealing with Mudryk on the left. I'd rather have Neto there,
I hear you. To be fair,
or even Jackson there with I think Kunku up top. But it's already cleared up that Jackson's not going to be played out wide, or at least he could be, but he's not typically going to be played out wide because
Yeah.
of what he said. Jackson and Kunku are both for options for the number 9.
I think he's starting Jackson though. With the close that he gave on Jackson, I'll be real.
Yeah,
Do you guys think that Palmer Madueke are developing some form of relationship on a pitch, or do you think that Madueke performance against Wolves was just a one-off?
it was a slight one-off, but I think with time that sort of connection between two players on the same general area of the pitch is going to increase. You've got sort of the connection between Gusto and Palmer last season
Oof,
that
that
got
was nice.
very good towards
That
the
was
end of the
cooking.
season.
Yep.
Just because how much Gusto would overlap on the right and Palmer would sort of cut in. You just see that happening more often, and it would come off a lot better, especially towards the late stages of last season. But Madueke and Palmer, I think playing together, Palmer in the 10, Madueke on the right wing. I think for now it's sort of okay. I'd rather someone else on the right wing, to be honest, higher quality. If we had someone like Elise, that
Ooh.
partnership with Palmer would be
Yeah, bro.
absolutely unreal. Because Palmer naturally is like almost a right inside forward. He sort of goes in the right inside half space always. He just drifts into that area. And when he's playing on the right wing, he goes there. And when he's playing in the 10, he also goes there as well. But
To be
just never
fair though,
actually works.
at least obviously it's like a short little window, but Cucurella Sancho looked good, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That looked like a good duo. Like Cucurella could read and make runs that Sancho wanted to see all the time, like consistently. I like that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That was promising to
Yeah,
me.
I've said this on previous streams. Like Jadon Sancho, man, like that's a player. That's a player that I was pissed off that Chelsea got. I was so angry because I was just like, and the rumor was like you were getting Sancho and either or Tony or Osimhen. Luckily, you didn't get either Tony or Osimhen. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ,
Yeah,
that'd
we
be
got
too
screwed off
greedy.
that.
Yeah,
We
but
wanted to though. It wasn't for lack of us trying. Like
yeah. That agent, bro. There's a reason why that agent got fired because Osimhen was like,
Yeah,
"I'm getting
bro.
my own move for playing time. I didn't get my move to Chelsea. I'm getting my move to Galatasaray at least so I can get some game time. Then I'll get my move
Yeah.
to Chelsea, which
Yep.
is still kind of annoying. That's the thing with Jadon Sancho as well. I've obviously big up to Kari put his lineup for the West Ham perspective.
Yeah.
Obviously, if Wan-Bissaka can play right back and Emerson can play on the left, that would be great. I don't care if Emerson has got one leg. I'm playing him over Sufal. I don't
No,
care.
please, bro. Please give us Sufal. Please give us
Yeah,
Sufal, bro.
listen. Do you know what makes me laugh as well? Like people think I'm gaslighting when I talk about these players. I've watched a couple previews. Even Matisse was laughing at us playing Suchek in the 10 in previous game. Guys, it's not just me doing it. Like it's not. I'm not an agenda
No.
merchant. I just say it how I see it. And
Yeah, I hear you.
listen, neutrals are laughing because they watch football and
Yeah.
they watch Suchek can try and control a ball, and they think, since when can horses get on a football pitch? They can't. But a man is built like a horse trying to control a ball on a football pitch, and it's going under his foot. It's going over his foot. It's going off the pitch.
Yeah, brother's not it. That brother's not it.
Nah. But Rodriguez and Alvarez will probably play as the pivot because that's the same midfield we saw against Man City. But
That's the midfield I want to
Wan-Bissaka,
see.
yeah, Wan-Bissaka against Sancho, I have hope. I have hope because it's Wan-Bissaka. You see anyone against Sufel, anyone, bro.
Yeah, bro.
It's
Long
also
day.
like they've at least played in training against each other as well, which is something to say for Wan-Bissaka being able to maybe read Sancho a bit more than the average defender.
Oh yeah, for sure. I thought West Ham fans loved Suchek. What happened? One season wonder. Basically, after lockdown, he just went downhill. Basically, his role kind of changed when Declan Rice. Like, we tried to push Declan Rice a lot forward and tried to make Suchek the ball winner. Realized that didn't work, so we tried changing it back, and then realized that it wasn't the same as the lockdown season. So then we kind of saw for Suchek for what he was without the goals. Like my whole perspective of football changed after that season because I'm like, hold on, if you actually take someone's goal scoring out of their game, what do they bring to the general game in itself? And Suchek was one of the footballers that made me change my way of viewing it because the next couple of seasons it was like, okay, if you're not going to contribute with the goal, what's going to happen? And Lord and behold, he would just be passing the ball off the pitch. The ball is going off the pitch. The ball boy has received so many clear-cut passes from Thomas Suchek. It's unbelievable.
Man.
The ball boys play 1-2s with Suchek at this point because Suchek thinks the ball boy is on his team, or it's just him, or this is how it naturally comes to him. But I've never got it. But hopefully, if he still plays tomorrow, then I already know what game's going to happen. As I said to Melon just now, I know what West Ham's going to turn up when the lineup comes up because I've seen these players before. And I know what players are good enough for this club. I want to see Chilwell left wing against Sufal. Might be the biggest mid-off we've ever seen. Sufal will still get ripped.
That's haram. That's haram, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That's disgusting. Bro.
That could turn you off your dinner, mate. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Oh man, that is like the biggest. No, I was about to use
Loss
a
of
mad analogy.
appetite.
Yeah, honestly.
That is disgusting, mate.
I remember Scott saying that Suchek was better than Rice. Oh shit, did Scott say that? Really? Oh god. Nowhere near. God. Nowhere near. It's like people don't understand. Rice pretty much covered for most of Suchek's flaws at the time. Like covering ground when we lost the ball. Rice was winning the ball back to then get us to counter again because Suchek was bombing on forward. That was the system. Just flood the box and let Rice sweep it up. So we kind of just relied on Rice to do everything at the time. We were just hoping that we get one cross accurate and the ball in the back of the net. But we don't have that anymore.
Nah, bro.
With this game now, like what I'm most afraid of is us, whether we're going to finish the chances. Are you guys in that situation where you back your attackers to finish most of your chances, or do you still think you missed too many chances as an attacking outlet?
It's weird, bro. It feels like the Wolves game was such an overperformance on XG, and they were so clinical in that Wolves game. And in the Palace game, we had some, like, for me, obviously everybody talks about the Nico Jackson one. For me, the most criminal one that the Crystal Palace game was the Madueke one-on-one. He was literally like through on goal. All he needed to do was just open up his foot a bit more and just put it into the left-hand corner, and he just completely like put it way too far to the left. For me, that was more criminal. But to be fair, that was against Crystal Palace, and I think this Wolves team is shaking out to be a lot worse than last season than what we potentially thought. I don't think that West Ham is going to get run over the way that Wolves was, if I'm being completely honest. So I can't really – I don't know. It seems like we're clinical. We were clinical against Wolves, and that's about it. Like, in terms of being clinical and trusting our front line, I'm not necessarily completely 100% there. Like, in terms of 100% a clinical finisher, the only two people I have in my mind on our team is Cole Palmer and Nkuku. That's it. Nkuku, because he has a history in his career of being very clinical finisher, even with like half chances. Palmer just based off last season, but other than that, I don't trust anybody completely to just say that they're an amazing clinical finisher.
Yeah.
I remember that Wolves game. I was just thinking, why are Wolves gone so far at the back? Why have they changed their whole system just for this season?
So bad, bro.
That's why they conceded so many goals each game. And I was like, I don't want to take anything away from Chelsea and Madueke, but I was like, Eight Nori at left back, bro. Eight Nori in the back four is dead, man. It's so dead. Like we're at least not gonna play like that. One thing I can say is that we won't concede that many goals. Like it's just whether we score. Oh god, this could age so badly. This could age terribly. But
1922.
So like, what worst case would be like what Suchek starting? That'd be like your worst case.
Oh god, I'm going to the game. If I see that lineup, I'll be tempted to get the train back home straight away.
Early train.
Honestly, early train. Bro, there's leaving in the 70th minute, and then there's leaving as you arrive. Like like the thing is, I can't do that because I've seen much worse at West Ham, so I can't really do that. But honestly, I've got a season ticket, so I might as well just stick it out. But
I guess the big. What would be worse? What would be worse, Melon? Here's my question for you, Mike's, and for Melon. What would be worse, Disasi or Safal? What are we saying, bro?
Safal.
Okay.
Because the
Far worse than
Sassy's
Sassy.
had actually good games at right back. Just the one against Bournemouth was fucking awful. It was fucking terrible.
Like, bro, the Sassy has a turning radius of like a semi truck bed,
Double
dog. Like,
double
he
decker
like
bus,
he go,
mate.
he's
Yeah.
nah, bro.
Like this is the thing. Like Sufal, the worst case scenario is Antonio up front, Suchek anywhere, and Sufal right back.
Okay, hold on.
Like
Let me see.
Mavropanos as well at centre back.
Hold on, I think this works, right? Yeah, this works. All right. So what are we saying then? If you want to do it, if you want to play it that way, bro. Like,
Hold on.
what would be the worst
Oh,
case then? Because I think this is
okay.
most likely.
Oh yeah.
This is what most likely is gonna happen, right? Because Emerson again.
Yeah.
Like we're saying that. I don't know. Did you guys have a press conference? Or did they say that Emerson is back, or no?
I haven't checked anything out for the press
I
conference
can actually
at this
zoom in a
current moment.
bit because we're only focused on the West Ham players right now. There we go.
Cool. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like that
Who would
team right
Suchek
there.
come in for though? Like if Suchek were to play, what we were saying, Paquette on the bench, that's disgusting.
Oh,
that makes
I
me feel
think
so dead.
Joy is if I think the reason why Paquetá was benched in the first place was because of the whole coming back from international duty. But the problem with that excuse is Antonio was in Jamaica. So how is that an excuse? Like coming back from Brazil, coming back from Jamaica.
It's not even
Like
like
it's
Brazil had an excellent. I don't know, bro. Like Paqueta didn't even. Like I watched both Brazil games. I don't think Paqueta was doing
mm,
much running anyways. It was just normal.
yeah. So it might be Rodriguez maybe out for Suchek. I'm not too sure.
Mm.
If Suchek was to play, I don't think he will play. But the worst case scenario, let's say this happens. What you just put out there.
What
That right?
if this
Look at
happens? I'm telling, attack this left hand side. This left
bro,
hand side is wide open for business, bro.
mm, bro. I've had to put up enough with Suchek Sufal playing with Jared Bowen. I feel sorry for Jared Bowen. For years at West Ham, he's had to play with them two down the same side throughout pretty much his whole West Ham career. And then you got
Sad, bro.
Mavrobozo. The thing is with Mavrobozo, when playing alongside Kilman, is that he is meant to be a ball playing centre back, but takes too long with the ball, takes too many touches
Yeah.
with the ball as well. So it's just a quick turnover for everyone. That's his new name, by the way. Mavrobozo is his new name. I'm not calling him Mavropanos anymore until he gets benched.
Until
I can't
further
respect
notice.
you. Until further notice, you're Mavrobozo for now. And the thing is, we have 4 centre backs. Like one of them's a youngster, yes, but
So
they're
what are the
equally
odds
good enough
if
to come in.
if you guys are trying to play the ball right here? The odds that
Yeah.
this ball is lost, like
Oh,
between these three.
bro, the odds are evens. Like Suchek will give away the ball. Sufal will. Do you know what Sufal does? He's like, oh, I know we're meant to play it past short, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my body up and just knock it long for no reason, and just goes off the pitch, or the other team get it.
Oh,
So
brother.
pretty much what your game plan should be is make sure you press all the angles to the right hand side to Vladimir Sufal. He gives away the ball. You guys get a throw, and then you guys control the game. I guarantee, by the way, that's exactly how the game goes. Clip this. Anyone that's watching this, clip this. That's exactly how the game is going to go. They're going to press all the way to the right-hand side, and then Sufal's going to receive the ball, and the ball is off the pitch. Or the ball is long ball, and then your left centre-back collects it, and then cool, Chelsea get the ball and control the game. That is exactly how it's going to go.
Damn.
Like,
See, this
that's the
this
problem.
triangle is.
It's the
Oh,
Bermuda
God.
Triangle.
Yeah, this is actually a Bermuda Triangle. I'm not gonna lie. This triangle right here, I feel bad for Bowen, bro.
Because Bowen's not even a bad player. Like he's alright.
He's not.
He's not, but he's
He's
forcing that.
really
He's forcing
good.
that brother to play right here. He's forcing him to play literally touchline, like right here.
Yeah,
Sancho's gonna
exactly.
be more
Player,
central than Bowen. I'm telling you right now.
Do you think
Yeah.
Kudus will play on the left still? Because I
Unfortunately.
don't rate him on the left at all.
No, bro.
Yeah,
Cam,
that's the thing.
Kudus at
Yeah.
Cam is horrifying. He's a he's a fucking.
No, I was
bully.
talking about this with Mike, bro. Like the worst possible case scenario would probably be something like this, bro. Like if this happened, this would be worst case for us. I'm be so real. And of course,
Yeah, that
Emerson being
team's
back.
dangerous.
Of course,
Yeah.
Emerson being back. But this right here, this is scary, bro. I'm saying you, like Antonio doesn't even have to a good game. If he keeps the center backs occupied and Kudus gets free behind them, bro, it's like it's long for us, bro. It's looking long. I'm not gonna lie.
Big up
Luckily though,
Lopez.
it's looking like Lopetegui's gonna do us a solid and not do that.
Yeah, like he's too much of a pussy to do that. Big up to Prime. I hope you're doing well, bro.
Hey, what's good, Bram?
I'm joining for the first time on the channel. If you are here,
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I'm good.
good man. What do you think about the game? What's your feelings towards the game so far?
Uh, I already thought we were going to win anyway, but like, I watched the preview you did with Joey, and
Yeah.
looking at how like pessimistic you are going into the game.
Mm.
Yeah, I think we'll win. Regardless, I think we'll win 3-1 because we can't keep a clean sheet, save our lives.
No.
But
Yeah.
I'm not that I'm not worried. I know our record against West Ham is spooky, but I think we'll actually win this one. Like, we're not going into the game with shit forwards this time.
Yeah,
No.
to be fair, you guys got too much attacking talent. Like whether it's Sancho, Neto, even Madueke. I know he has he crosses divide, but I'd still be afraid of him. Well, if he was coming up against even anyone, to be fair, like even on Wan-Bissaka and Emerson, I'm not too worried whether whoever plays left back for us because Emerson's held his own. Wan-Bissaka's really good, but
in
still,
the Man
Madueke's
United
dangerous.
Chelsea game last season, wasn't it Wan-Bissaka that got spun by Palmer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
No,
Yeah,
it
it
was
was,
Dallo.
right? Oh, it was Dallo?
Dallo.
Okay. I remember somebody got cooked down that right hand side, bro.
Whose right hand side? Our right hand side.
Our right hand side, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that
I
would have
remember
been
it was like Palmer was like right here in this area. He got the ball, absolutely like destroyed like somebody, a Man United defender that was right here. I remember that clearly.
Oh, that
I
would have
remember
been
who it was.
Dallo. Yeah, that would have been
Then it was
Dallo.
Dallo. Yeah, he cooked
playing
Dallo.
left
That ended the Dallo shouts that was happening.
No, I didn't
Man.
end the Dallo shouts. Ahmed is still saying that we should sign him, but regardless.
Okay, bro. Like
But
that's
yeah,
that's how my brother.
I look
Like,
at West Ham. I haven't watched you guys this season. Well, no, I think I watched one game, but like, you guys have been quite. You guys have played so far how I expected you guys to be, like quite inconsistent and poor.
Yeah.
Which is why I have you
Fucking
guys
hell.
like mid-table because I think you guys will get your act together towards the second half of the season and things will start to click properly. You guys
Yeah.
mentioned Emerson would be a big deal. Kufal playing is Kufal. But yeah, I think the only way we don't win this game is if Areola is on job. If he's on job, then we're fucked. But
oh my god.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like,
Keith is ridiculous.
yeah, I back Ariola to probably have a good game, but maybe our defense and goalkeeper can only do so much. And like we've been defensively fine. Like we was both on a Restless channel for the predictions prime, and I predicted pretty much a similar thing. Like finish mid-table and then maybe kick on at the second half of the season. But I thought we would be better at this, like not even better at this part because I didn't think it was going to click straight away. But I thought that the manager would at least play his best players and play people that I would thought would have had more of a future here. And yeah, it's 4 games, but I've seen Bozo start constantly from my starting 11, the starting 11s that I've been seeing. So I'm kind of losing hope very quickly.
Because I was listening, like I know a lot of your thoughts because I watched your preview with Joey. Like, are you not willing to give Lopetegui a chance? Did you want him in the first place?
To be honest, I didn't want him in the first place, not because of him necessarily, because I thought we were taking the cheap option. I didn't think it was Tim Stein deciding the thing, deciding who was going to come in as a manager. But when it was thing put out there that Steiner was deciding him as manager, I thought, okay, it's fine. I'll back him. It is what it is because I trust Steiner and he's done so well with the recruitment side. But the reason why I'm not going to give him as much of a chance is because I'm still seeing the same mistakes from the previous manager of last season, and he has so many options and has been backed, and he's got options in every part of the pitch where he could play 2 or 3 players in each position, pretty much, which is exactly what he wanted, and he's not playing the best players in their positions.
Is there
So
context?
that's why,
Like who's left back over Emerson? Cresswell. He's finished, right?
yeah, he's done out here, but he hasn't.
but
Emerson's played every game.
Yeah, I know, but that's kind of my point. Of like, I don't think you do have 2 options in every position. You don't have a backup left back. You don't have a striker other than Fulkrug.
Joe's the problem, Prime. We could have let Cresswell go on a free, but he wanted him to sign a new deal. He wanted him to sign a 1-year extension. That was his choice. Because he wanted Cresswell at Wolves. He wanted Cresswell when he was at Wolves, so he wanted him to stay. So he could have been ruthless as well, because we've been ruthless this window. We've allowed again Ward-Prowse to go, Corday to go. So we could have done the same with Cresswell. But that was his decision. Obviously we can't sign 2 right backs this window, but like I have a feeling Sufar's going to leave probably on a free, but he's still got 2 players in each position that he can play. Like without Suchek, for example, he's got Rodriguez, Alvarez,
you
Soler,
want a right
Paquetá.
You want a right back in January?
I know where you're going with this.
Where am I going with this?
Would you gonna offer me Reece James or something?
No, actually, I was gonna offer you Action Pong on loan.
Action Pong. I've not even seen the guy playing.
Come on, bro. Listen, I have respect for Reece. I have respect for Reece James. I'm not gonna let him go to a shit club like West Ham. No offense.
Fucking hell.
Poor Max, bro.
On
his own stream.
Respect my right back. Respect my right back.
Respect my right back.
Yeah, my right back.
Shameless, bro.
Fuck's sake. Oh my days. That's the thing. Like with Sufar Lee, we got a free. I have a feeling we're going to snatch Kyle Walker-Peters on a free next season because we were interested in him, and he's obviously not going to sign a new deal at Southampton. So I have a feeling that's what's going to happen. But in terms of every position, he's got wingers that he can play in every position. Like when it comes to striker, he likes Antonio, he likes Danny Ings. He could have asked them to go, and we could have let them go. We could have offered them to other clubs. Obviously, well, Danny Ings wanted to stay, but with Antonio, we could have tried to let him go. But the manager wanted him at Wolves as well. So he was already interested in Cresswell and Antonio before coming into the job. Like there is already like with the attacking options he has of like Kudus, Paquetá, Bowen, and the midfield options of like Soler, Rodriguez, the other winger options like Somerville, young Brazilian like Guilherme. He doesn't really have many excuses, and he's got 2 defenders that he wanted. We brought him 2 whole new centre backs, Kilman and Todibo. Like he doesn't have any excuses. Like for me. Like he's got to play players in the right position and allow them to gel, but he's not allowing them to gel because he's not playing any of them. Like you can't have Somerville, Paquetá, Todibo, all on the bench, and Carlos Soler on the bench. Like these are significant upgrades on what we were starting with.
What manager? Who do you want?
I had no idea because the unrealistic option was Amorim, and we went in for him, but that broke down in negotiations for whatever reason. But my problem is that I think the director wanted to bring in a Stuttgart manager, but he just signed a new deal at the time, so he didn't bring him in. And Fonseca went to AC Milan, and he's doing a bad job at this current moment in time. But I didn't even know who I wanted. I didn't even know who was out there, in my opinion. But the problem is that Lopetegui wanted a Premier League job so badly after he left Wolves that it was almost too good to be true. And he's now got the job, but like he has to fix up himself. Like he's got what he wanted. Like this is a guy who will throw a strap at anything. Like this guy's been backed. So for me, there isn't really much of an excuse. He's doing too many excuses when he's not playing the best players either. He said, "Oh well, this guy needs minutes." Well, how are you going to give him minutes if pre-season's over? By playing him. And there's also like international duty as well. Like, we can't play him because he came back from international break. Everyone has the same break, and your excuse is like, come on, like you're not playing someone because they came back from Brazil. Meanwhile, you're starting a striker who came back from Jamaica. So it's not much of an excuse. It's a similar amount of distance when it comes to traveling. Like, it's not like that Jamaica's in Europe or anything. It's next door.
Yeah.
No, Jamaica's also far away. So why is Antonio playing but Paquetá isn't? And you're benching Paquetá for Souček. I get Paquetá hasn't played well, but has Souček? Are we being serious? Like, what terrorist does that? Actually, no, terrorists do that, to be fair. But Souček instead of Paquetá. Instead,
what terrorist does that? I have answers for you. I can.
Like he doesn't have much of a leg to stand on when it comes to like even the early stage of his West Ham reign, because he could just play the best players and then try and integrate them in, and then we'll give him context. We're like, okay, at least you're starting players. So it's pretty much from the lineups to last season.
What do So I know what you think, but like in terms of your fan base, what are their thoughts on everything? Do they agree with you? Or...
It's very divided. There's never like an overall stance when it comes to West Ham. Like a lot of the problem is you got a lot of people that were big Moyes inners that weren't going to back anyone that was going to come in anyway. You got people that think like me. That's a bit like, okay, I wasn't happy with last season. I'm also not happy with what's going on right now. But you've also got the fans that are like fully on hopium and are just like, because it's the start of the season, got to trust the process no matter what happens, and just give patience to anyone. So it's just kind of a bit divided. I think the match going fans would be less patient if it keeps going like this. The match going fans would be willing to be patient if they saw changes from last season. Like they're fine to give him patience, but they will make their voices heard, like in the ground if it keeps going like this, because we can't lose 3 home games in a row. Villa, City, and Chelsea. I know they're hard, but they're not. It's not impossible to not win at least one of them. And then you're putting all pressure on yourselves to win against Brentford next week, and we've not beaten Brentford at all in the Premier League at their ground. And even in general, last season was the first time we beat Brentford in the Premier League. So that's what worries me. Like, when do the wins come? But then you put yourself in a sticky position after that. So that's kind of my whole thing on it. But going into this game, guys, where do you think the key battles lie? Like, what do you think wins the game for Chelsea? If you think Chelsea wins the game, like, who do you think steps
I
up?
think who steps up. I think it's going to be not necessarily a 1-0 or a 2-1. I think it's going to be like a 3-2, like a very close game results wise. But I think one team will dominate. It's mainly, I'm not necessarily scared of what West Ham will show up. I'm more scared of what Chelsea show up, because I want something from this game, and I think most Chelsea fans do. I think we could really, absolutely, very easily have an absolutely terrible game. Very easily, if just based on what players are selected on the starting lineup. Timing of the substitutions haven't really been the best. But if you're talking about a character that's gonna turn the game around and maybe win the game, I think obviously Sancho is a shout. I think genuinely Caicedo, just for how important he's been for us, constantly on the pitch, rarely ever having any injury issues or suspensions, and he's done absolutely fucking brilliant for us. So I think Caicedo is definitely going to be one of the most important players of this game.
Yeah, Caicedo's been decent for
He's been
quite
brilliant.
a while now, hasn't he? Like,
His debut was the only real bad game he's played for us.
yeah, fair enough. And yeah, to be fair, he was thrown in quite the deep end. Like, his debut was against us, wasn't it?
I think I'm pretty sure. No, I don't think it was against West
Yeah,
Ham.
it was his debut off the bench. Yeah.
Yeah, because
I don't
Pochettino
think
kind of threw him in the deep end.
I don't think he'd played football in about 4 months.
Yeah, he hadn't got a pre-season. We were losing anyway, and then Poch threw him on as a Hail Mary, and then he gave away the pass for the 3rd goal, I think.
Yeah. He fouled Paquetá in the box. No, Emerson in the box. Then Paquetá took the pen. Yeah, I remember that. It was just like,
what key battles for this game?
Yeah,
I will say. So will Wan-Bissaka play left back, right?
probably if Emerson's not fit, then yeah.
So Wan-Bissaka versus Madueke for me is I don't think Madueke will probably start this game, and if he stinks out again, the guy needs to be dropped, because so many people want to focus on Jackson, but Madueke was worse in that Palace game. No one can tell me any different.
Wait, Prom, did you see what I said before you came in?
Yeah, I did. I kept telling people
that
Madueke
was worse than what Jackson did.
You win the game, bro.
Yep.
Yeah,
Jackson did his job. Jackson scored. He did his job. Like,
we're going to get 2 goals a game now. That's crazy.
Exactly, crazy. But it is what it is. Different expectations.
It's unfortunate, but that's how it is when you're at Chelsea 9, though. If we're being honest, Chelsea 9 has not, after Drogba has not come in under heavy scrutiny.
Yep.
Nobody.
I think if Antonio is going to play, I know you say Antonio's washed, but this is a big game for West Ham. He knows what it means. Him against Colwell, interesting, because last season Colwell was food, so it's going to be interesting how Colwell dribbles it again. I think Areola. I guess Areola against Jackson. I guess that's about it. It's we're gonna have our chances, but it just depends on Areola. If he turns up and he's super saiyan, we could lose this game 1-0. Do you know just based off of the chances that we'll miss.
Yeah, I
But
don't know.
I'm confident. Like about this game, I'm not worried.
Yeah, yeah. To be fair, like I've spoken to quite a few Chelsea. Most Chelsea fans have said the same thing, apart from maybe you guys. Like, oh, I'm afraid because of the record at West Ham Stadium, but we might get more chances because of a different style of play and they won't play haram ball anymore. That's the exact
Yep.
quote that I've heard for 20 times. But then there's a
Mhm.
few Chelsea fans that are like, this will be the time. And I agree. This will be the time, in my opinion. Like, I don't see us keeping this up. I don't see us keeping this so-called record up. This record doesn't mean fuck all, to be fair, because we don't win. We don't win at your ground, so we don't fucking capitalize off it. So that doesn't mean anything to me unless you actually put a proper performance in. If we get another scrappy win against Chelsea, it doesn't tell me anything new that I don't already know. It doesn't like drop any of my
To be
concerns.
fair.
I'll just be shameless for the day, and then back to normal the next day. Like it just is what it is. It's one of them games where Antonio would typically turn up, but he hasn't turned up in a London derby since that game last season where Colwell looked like a newborn, bro. He made Colwell look like a newborn, but like since then,
Fresh
like,
out of the
Anthony
academy,
has done
bro.
fuck all. Yeah, like honestly, Antonio hasn't had that bully job since. Like he showed glimpses a bit against City. He had a Kanji for a bit, but it was only for a little bit. And the problem is now Antonio can't get away with running down the channels constantly because in this system if you're a striker in Lopetegui's system, you have to just stay in the box. Stay in the box.
Mhm.
But this guy wants to drift out to the left, drift out to the right all the time. Like it's just annoying. It's just annoying. Like
So-
I don't know what position he's playing half the time.
My question would be then: so, what do you think is your best shot at getting a goal?
If Bowen plays properly, like if he plays Bowen in the pockets, then that's cash money for me. Like not many people are stopping Bowen from those positions.
Does Lopetegui's system suit the players you have?
Yes, in my opinion, I think so. But my problem is he doesn't play the players in the right positions. Like I don't think Bowen is someone that can play on the touchline all the time. Like the reason why I say that is because sometimes he'll have his fullbacks hug the touchline. So why isn't Bowen the one on the inside, and why is Wan-Bissaka or Sufal like making them inside runs? Why is Kudus on the left? Why is Paquetá not playing deeper to allow Kudus to just do his own thing? It feels like he's been so much more cautious than he ever used to be in his career. Like when he was at Sevilla and all that. It feels like I'm at the Premier League now. I need to be more cautious because I'm playing away from home at times. I need to be extra cautious, but it's not worked. Like he's just plays out of position all the time, putting square pegs around holes. That cliche. Like that's what he's been doing all season. That's my concern. With your manager, is a modern manager. This guy is playing players in their right positions. He can, if he wants to chase the game, he'll make a sub. If a player's not playing properly, get off the pitch. Like he's ruthless. Like that's the difference. That's what's going to be the difference for tomorrow. It's the game management as well. Like
To be fair, it might
Don't get me
also
wrong.
be the bench. Same as Bournemouth, to be honest.
yeah,
Like if it gets down to it, we're like 70th minute. It's still 0-0. We have the people. We're gonna have people on the bench that are gonna be able to come on and
Yeah.
absolutely change the game.
I mean, who do you have that you're going to expect to come off the bench and change the game?
Somerville. And
Sufal.
that's it. This man said Sufal start, bro.
Super.
Uh,
Yeah, but to be fair, hold up. He will come on and change the game. It just won't be in West Ham's
Yeah.
favor. Like,
Yeah,
oh man,
to be
Sufal's
fair,
coming on for Chelsea, bro.
Why doesn't Sufal play as a
we're getting
striker?
a 12th man on the pitch for Chelsea.
Man said as a striker. Have you seen Sufal
No.
shoot?
No, I know, but like what you just described of he wants Antonio to stay in the box, then just
Yeah.
use Sufal as a makeshift.
Don't you mean
No.
Suchek?
I think you mean Suchek. I think
Yeah,
you mean Suchek.
Suchek,
We're talking
that
about the.
guy.
Oh,
yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
Suchek can't hold the ball up. Suchek can't hold the ball. He's still got to hold the ball up in this
Wait,
system.
so all he can
Antonio
do is
can't
hit
that
the
either.
ball.
barely.
Yeah, but barely though. Like he's got to have players around him still, and he just
And
heads it to no
Scott,
one.
and
This guy
Scott
just
tried to gaslight me that he's better than Declan Rice. Oh my god,
Suchek is the worst footballer in the league.
You're never gonna let Scott live that down, are you, brother?
bro, he
Mm.
gaslit me.
Same thing with Ahmed and Samu, bro. Like,
Bro, I think this was after the 2021 Euros? Bro, Scott tried to gaslight me that Suchek is better.
Mm.
Oh my
To be
god.
fair, that was the Suchek one. That was Suchek season. so everyone was on a
Yeah.
high. But no,
Scott
Somerville
tried-
is actually good, Lucas. He
Scott
is
tried to
actually good.
tell me that Suchek is doing everything in the midfield. He's breaking up play, and he's also good. Listen, man, sick
Breaking
of
up
it.
play. What the fuck?
Scott gaslit me, bro. He tried to gaslight me.
He said
He tried to
breaking up play.
gaslight Carefree Lewis G Streams. Listen, man, I'm sick of him. I'm sick of it.
Suchek did well that season, yeah. Like outside of the goals, like he was still like makeshift in possession, but he was winning the ball back so much. He was putting his body on the line. He was winning everything in the air, but Declan Rice was making up for a lot of when we were off the ball. Like he was sweeping everything because we would dedicate so many bodies in the box that Declan Rice would be on his own. But it worked for that season. But the problem is Moyes changed everything the next season, and it kind of just went stale in a couple of seasons' time. But that was Moyes' own fault. He didn't need to change anything. He just needed to evolve his own system, evolve that counter-attacking system. But he didn't want to do that. That's what happens when like so-called old school managers get exposed in the modern era. They don't evolve. Like just because you do well first season.
It's a good way of putting it.
Like this is why I asked. I think I asked on a Sarcasm City TV YouTube channel the other day. Like, are managers like that done? Are they done past this era? Because like they've been found out. Like you won't get another Allardyce. You won't get another Pulis. You know that Moyes is another one of them of that mold. You know.
Yeah.
And I think that's what proved it with us. But
Time
Yeah,
moves on.
as well.
I mean, you say that, but you have Arteta, so like that style of football will always be available to you. Arteta plays it, and it's effective because he's apparently the second best tactician in this league. So.
He's still way more forward thinking though than managers. I'd still say like they still at least try and play a little bit of football. Like it's not great, don't get me wrong, but they still at least try and play on the floor sometimes. Like with Moyes is literally like long ball down the channel, we lose it.
Yeah, but that's because he has the players to do that. If Arteta was manager of Everton, let's see how well he did.
Yeah, if Arteta was manager of Everton, their style of play probably won't change.
Yeah, exactly. So
yes, you're not
people
wrong.
forget Allardyce. Do people not remember that Bolton team of the early 2000s?
Gotcha.
That had that was Allardyce who was in charge. So these managers can ball. They need the players to do it.
To be fair, like it's maybe unpopular opinion, but Sam Allardyce was in his prime was actually low key better than Moyes, like because he had more of a plan B. Like even at West Ham, like he didn't always use his plan B, but when Allardyce was at West Ham, he even played football in his last season. He played he was forced to by the board and the fans because the fans were fucking sick of the long ball football. Like I was in the ground at Upton Park when this happened. Every time the ball went in the air, the fans would start fucking screaming and shouting like, "Why has the ball gone in the fucking air? Play it on the floor!" Like that's what West Ham fans like. They want football. That was there at Upton Park when it happened. Like, but that's what we actually did quite well with like Valencia and Sacco up front. Like them two together played proper football. But yeah, imagine if Allardyce comes in now, he might keep a team up, but he won't stay longer than a season and a half. You know, them kind of managers Arteta's like the spicy version of all of that now. Like that Atalanta game stunk, man. Game stunk so much.
I was 10 minutes late to work today because I watched that game last night. You know how mad that is. You know how mad that is. No, I went to sleep and I was sleeping good. I've never been that tired watching a football game before.
Yeah. To be fair, Jay Woods does make a point. I forgot Solo's probably going to come off the bench, so maybe if he actually gets minutes, he can make an impact. But I think he should be starting. I think he should be starting. What's it called? Who else would be? To be fair, Danny Ings literally came on and scored. So if he can do it again, that would be great.
Yeah.
But
I said this by the way, like our defense, like when they get tired and stuff, they're still liable to give up chances.
Yeah, like is your defense still a worry, or do you think the Colwell-Farner partnership can work like in the future? Do you think it's
still a worry?
It can work. It can work, but it'll take some time because we've realistically had Fofana so injury prone. Like he's been out basically since we signed him. He's come back.
Damn near 2 years, brother. Like
yeah, when he's come back, he's still the same player. That's why no one's really lost respect for him, and we're all backing him to still be the player he can be. Still got great potential, but like,
Don't say we. Don't say we.
I do at least. Okay, I speak for me and me only. Apparently, Ledabus Prime hates the guy, but fair enough.
I didn't say I
Nah,
hate them. I just want our center backs gone.
fair
Well,
enough.
all of them,
Yeah, a lot of them
all of them.
stink, to be honest.
Fafana's injury prone. Colwell's not that good.
Yeah.
I think Badia should
Cole,
have
the thing is, like,
cemented
I still have a bit of faith in Cole. I'm not gonna lie, Prime. I think he could maybe bring it back. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't completely written him off like that.
That's cool. That's cool. Hey, the same way people had faith in Mason Mount, I won that battle. But anyways, we'll see. The Sassy or Badia show I've got. I think it's a mental block with Badia show. The Sassy people are using him in the wrong way.
Yeah,
And Tosin apparently looks to be our best center back. So we'll see.
I'd agree with that.
Speaking of
Tustin
Tosin, I
looked
read about
solid
it.
in that Bournemouth game, bro.
He was good. He came on and stabilized everything.
Actually, like in actual stabilized force, he came on and it was. I felt good.
There
The
was no
backline
error.
was no longer shaking anymore. Like
There was no errors from the back line since he came on. It
Mhm.
was just beautiful to see.
Does he start tomorrow?
I'm not sure about him starting because we can play Vega and Kukurea just the way we play football. It's like I'm trying to invert one of our fullbacks, and that's the most like sort of fundamental part for our game when we're trying to build up. But like, I don't
if
think he really gets in.
if Tosin starts, that means Cucurella is the one that's inverting.
Yeah,
100%.
So off the ball will be Cucurella, Viega, Cole for final back four when we're attacking you, or just
Yeah.
No, that to be fair, that's not bad. To be fair, like you reckon Viega actually starts? You reckon the manager starts him? I know that's what you guys want, but is that what a manager does?
Just because
No,
Gusso's out,
well,
but like that may be the only reason. Just because Gusso's literally out.
no, I think that the defense will be you'll be Maraska. Bro, the Sassy is a good defender. He's a good center back. The only problem is he shouldn't be playing. The only
Okay.
problem with the Sassy is he shouldn't be playing right back, but he is a good center back. In the
Yes.
middle of that back three, he's very,
Yeah,
very
he's
good.
ridiculously good now.
Yeah, but I
The
think
thing, I don't know about that. The thing for me is like even
His quality of passing as well.
in the Bournemouth game when I looked at the Sassy, bro, like that one passage of play where the ball literally just like he stumbled over the ball as the through ball was being played. Like he didn't even get a foot on it. It just he stumbled.
I
He
know,
let the
but
like
but he shouldn't be playing as a fullback.
that wasn't even fullback. He wasn't even in a fullback position, bro. Like
He's
he
just
was in the
playing
middle of the
outside
field
in
where a
back
center
three.
back. No,
I
in
know.
that passage of play, he was in the middle of the field.
I know.
There's a through
but
ball being played.
I'm not going to judge it because I've seen Kobo make balls on mistakes as well. I've seen Fafana do it. Like I'm not
100%.
going to get onto it. But my thing is with the Sassy, if he's playing in the middle of that back three, you'll see how good he actually is.
I mean, he's gonna have the entirety of the conference league. So Cole
Yeah.
Fun are not touching conference. Both of them are too injury
Hopefully.
prone. Chelsea fans have to make peace with the fact that we will be seeing Badishil, Disasi, center back for the entirety of the conference league.
But yeah, in terms of this, I think the defense will be Fafana, Tosin, Cowell, and Kukurea and Burton.
So yeah, to be fair, that's a good team. But who's the midfield then for you lot?
Caicedo and Enzo.
Caicedo,
Enzo forward.
Caicedo, lone six. A four of Madueke, Palmer, El Racist, and Neto, and Jackson up top.
Yeah.
To be fair, we've got El Racist as well. We bought one of them. We bought Rodriguez on a free. You were sitting next to Fernandez. Yeah, we bought it. We got one of them on the free. We were like, we're not involved in this drama. Let's dive straight into the drama and buy one of the racists because we love drama.
That's
So
West Ham for you.
Yeah, we got Rodriguez. We didn't need to.
East London racists.
See, my thing is like I kind of agree with
From the
Lucas,
back of
bro.
them guy.
Like I don't think the
Trash.
Sass is like an amazing center back, bro.
I didn't say amazing.
Okay, I don't think he's a good center back either. I think he's ass and cheeks at center back, but I don't think he's good either. Like he's mid.
Okay, but like the rest of
Yeah.
our center backs are.
Wait, are you telling me, hold up, you think Cole and Fofana are worse than the Sassy?
I think there's no major difference between them.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
no
That's-
major one.
You
No.
can't be
That's
saved, Prime. You can't be
outrageous.
saved.
Bro, there's
You can't be saved. I don't.
Okay, Fafan is yet to be determined because he still has to recover from that injury. So I'll listen to Sinak and I'll give Fafana the year. But Cole, he's not it, man. He's
Okay,
not
but
it.
Cole was last season. We can't judge him either. That brother was playing out of position for so
I'm not
long.
judging him based off just last season. I just don't rate him. Or where Chelsea want to go, like he's just not it.
See, I feel like if you put me on a list of priorities of who I'd rather sell, like I'm selling the Sassy before I'm selling Cole.
Okay, and the thing is, you
Any
sell
day.
the Sassy, you get me a quality centre back, and I drop Cole.
Yeah, but Colwell's still a quality player and he fits this system to a T. So I wouldn't necessarily say Cole was gonna be going anytime soon.
Cole fits this system because he's left-footed. Badie Shaw has some sort of mental block, and Cole.
It is a mental block with Badie Shaw, by the way. I refuse to believe anything else.
Listen, without that mental block, Badie Shaw's better than Cole.
I could hear you on that 100%.
What's happened to that guy?
We need to keep the standards high, bro.
Oh, it's insane, man.
He looked so good when he first came in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But he got that injury, and then there's a big mental block with him. So hopefully he recovers from that. But if not, you're gonna have to go.
Where does the mental block come from then? The injury?
The injury
that and bad performances. Realistically, he's performed like badly a few games, and I think he's just taken it to heart. Like he's just fucked.
Yeah, it's also Chelsea fans are absolutely ruthless, bro.
Oh yeah.
Oh, fair man. The poor guy's just lost that seat because that guy looked that he just looked like he's gonna transform that defense when he first came in. Like the way he was playing on the ball, the physicality. Like I thought this guy was gonna be the real deal when he fully sets the sense of the team. Then he just gets injured straight away. How unlucky can you get from that? Like it's mental in my opinion. Like I thought Badi Ashile and Fofana was going to be the partnership when they both came back because I actually rate Fofana quite a bit, but it's just obviously I think he's actually recovered from his 2 injuries like better than expected. Like we'll see how he does for the rest of the season. Like I get why there'd be question marks of all of your centre backs because even when Cole was at Brighton, like I thought this guy's a good player, but even when like someone physical gets onto him, like okay, he can be a bit rash. But if you guys are gonna keep the ball for most of the game, then you might not even see them deficiencies as much. It's not like Arsenal when they invite pressure all the time, and then they can just recover from it.
Maybe, but like I don't know. Like you see why I have question marks on our defenders.
Yeah.
Like again, Fofana, I'll give him the year, so I won't get onto him. But the rest of them, I'm like, if we get rid of you, I won't complain. So long as we bring in a better, like a superior upgrade. Because my thing is with Chelsea, and Maresca even, I'm looking at us like within 3 years, we need to get back to minimum challenging. Yeah. So that's what I'm looking at from our transfer dealings. I'm looking at Maresca. I'm looking at these players we currently have in the squad. Are you guys really good enough?
It's Prem 2026. That's the goal. Like it's so obvious with their ages and everything. They're aiming for a 2026 run.
That's why I'm looking at everyone. Are you going to be good enough? And I look at Fofana, fine. Maybe by like next season he'll recover and he might be good enough. Fine. But like the rest of them, Cole for me is not good enough to be a starting centre back challenging for a title. The Sassy, I've always looked at him as a squad player. I think the Sassy is a very good squad player. Badie Shaw, without that mental block, I think he's good enough. Tosin,
squad. Just a squad player.
But I think he's a good leader. I think he's a good presence to have in the squad. I think Gusto's good enough if he can stay fit. I think Reece is good enough if he can stay fit. I think Correa is good enough. I think Vega's good enough.
Yeah.
Vega by the way, Vega's looking like a steal. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Bro, Vega was on.
It's looking like there's a player in there. I'm not gonna lie.
The business. He was like 8 mil.
He's looking like a Gusto level signing for me. I'm not gonna lie.
I want to see Vega play center back, bro. I want to see him play center back.
What in like a back 4, like a
no in the 3. In
like
the
a
left center back.
Left center back.
So
you're saying what, like Cucurella inverting Viega's
Yeah,
skill set.
yeah. Kukurea inverts. My dream backs. My dream defense of what we currently have is Reese, Tosin, Viega, and then Kukurea inverts. To me, that's my ideal defense currently.
Yeah, because Vega defensively is unreal.
Viega's
He's
also
so
got
good.
height. Yeah, like Viega
Yeah.
Tosin. Yeah.
Because if you're gonna, I mean, Reese is 5'11", I think 5'10", so he's not like short. But
No.
if you're gonna have him in the defense, you need two other center backs that are very tall to make up for his deficiency that way.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Make sure to like the video, people. We're gonna keep going on. RSM's link is in the title. Just added that like 20
Hey,
minutes ago. So
appreciate
you
it,
haven't
brother.
subscribed to him already, make sure to subscribe to him earlier. We did a preview earlier on his channel as well. I've done a
Yes.
as I've said earlier, guys. I've done a fucking press run these last 2 days. I've
Yeah,
done
he literally.
videos. I've been on
Yeah.
6 videos talking about this game.
Hey,
Like,
man,
glad this
now
last
you
one.
know how expression feels, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my
for
god,
sure.
I can imagine,
sure.
bro.
Bro, that guy. I don't know how he comes up with the shit he comes up with, but he has to do it on every show. He does it on. He doesn't run out of words either. He's on Talksport with Jim White, like in front of Emmanuel Petit, talking about Tottenham Arsenal. I'm like, this guy's got clear, man. He's gone clear. But Lucas put, as a known Cole hater, I have to say he looked decent in the last 2 games. Now, does that mean I think he's amazing? Nope. But we have to judge these guys on game by game basis. Do you guys agree?
Yeah. I feel
I
like
mean, yeah.
I don't necessarily want to.
It's the same thing with Sanchez. Hold up, let me see if I can find it. I'm a known Sanchez hater. I literally made this. Here
I
we
don't
go.
necessarily.
I don't like Sanchez, bro. I made this. It's a flying Grover, bro. Like I don't like Sanchez, but even I have to admit that he's been decent the
Yeah.
past couple games, and I have to say the same thing with Cole. Like, if anything, like
I
I'm looking at Fofana more than Cole these last 2 games, but I don't think any of them have been excellent world beater like anything. Like they just been okay.
I think Sanchez has had a good game. I mean, he was good in the last game. The game before that, I wouldn't say as much. The game against Palace. Listen, you can't concede that goal, man. I'm looking at the 2 center backs.
Bro, are you
and I'm
serious?
also
Wait,
looking at
what the center backs? No, but bro,
yeah,
come on.
and the midfield. You can't concede that goal
Oh,
against Palace.
bro,
So,
stop, prime. Are you kidding me?
That was a
like that
brilliant
goal was
strike.
a freak rebound.
I
Like somebody
know.
shot it.
You can't,
The
yeah,
center back
but-
blocked it. It's somehow like, how is
But-
anybody gonna predict where a blocked ball is
No,
gonna go?
but
It fell
you
to Eze, and
can't
Eze was on it
allow-
like this.
No, but you can't allow you can't allow Eze to get shot off like that. My point is, before it lands to Eze, at some point we have to get rid of it.
Okay, I could hear that, but like stopping once Eze has the ball, there's
No,
nothing.
but I'm not
anybody
talking
can do.
about. Yeah, but I'm not talking about Eze. I'm not talking about Eze getting the ball. I'm talking about beforehand. Stop it before he gets to him. Before it gets to him. That's my point.
Okay, I hear you on that. Actually. Yeah, I do think, and I agree with you because I like there are times where I wish that we got there's times when like I think we get people get too close to our air to like where we're defending. Like we just let them drift in. I'm like, can we close them down? Like, can we close them down at some point? So I agree with you on that actually. Yeah, I would be looking at the midfield in that
If
case.
you have a team that has an Eze who can shoot from range, all of a sudden we're 1-0 down or a 1-1 or it's 2-1 and we allow the team to get back into the game by something stupid. That's my point. I don't want that sort of thing happening. We have to kill that off. Even the game against City, the second goal they scored,
Oh my god.
Enzo and Caicedo should have dealt with that. And that's Lavia, he deals with that. And that's the problem.
I agree.
Don't deal with the stupid little opportunities we get teams. Don't deal with it properly.
Is Lavia fit?
No.
Yes, but well,
Well, him and
everyone's in
Gusto are in
training.
training. Yeah.
He's not.
Oh, okay.
Maresca won't risk Lavia. He's not going to risk Gusto.
Yeah.
Especially Gusto, bro. We have nobody else.
Yeah.
I
At his
think
level.
Enzo might play.
Yeah,
He's
Enzo
good.
will play.
Damn.
Hold up, Prime.
But
Hold up. Let me see. I'll bring up what. Let me see. I'm gonna bring up my thing. You can give your thoughts on it. Do you think we're gonna see Sancho start or no?
No. The way he's spoken about Sancho, he was saying that he prefers. He was saying that he looks at Neto and Madueke as his two right wingers, and Sancho and Mudryk as his two left wingers. But the reason why Sancho didn't start against Bournemouth is because he's not fully up
Match
to
fit.
match speed to start a game. And as of in this moment, Mudryk is not in the pecking order. So that's
Yeah.
why Neto's been playing on the left.
I hear you.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, fair enough. You guys been happy with your start so far then? Like you drew to Palace, beat Wolves, lost to City, beat Bournemouth. You happy with that so far? You content with it? Anything negative,
I'm
positive to
happy
say?
with how we played overall against Man City. I think the performance against Man City has been the best performance this season. I don't think anyone can really doubt that. But I think we just need more wins. Just take the 3 points and go with it a few more times, and then
We
get
need the
a bit
momentum. This team needs the momentum.
Yeah,
You can
we
already
do
tell.
because as of right now, it's been about like 45 minutes we've played in. We've not really had a cohesive 90-minute game to look at. So yeah, like he's right. We need, if we can start gaining a bit of momentum, like if we had beaten Palace, beat Bournemouth, beat West Ham, and all of a sudden you've won 3 games on the bounce and you're just on a little bit of a run, and then things start clicking system wise with the players, and that's just what we need. So we need to beat West Ham.
I was saying this is a big game for both teams, given where the coaches are, given where the team is. Like this is going to be very big for both teams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This game I take fucking serious as it is. Like with the pressure that's already come in for the 5th game of the season, like especially at home as well. As I said, as the point of title, 3 home games in a row. Don't piss me off.
Well, not only that, I was about to say like it could be a big thing for West Ham too, because again, you guys have Liverpool after. So if you go how many losses on the bounce, that's as big. That's as big as Chelsea getting 3 wins. Like both teams are right on the edge of a losing streak or a winning streak.
What were your opening 4 games? And who are they?
Villa at home we lost. Palace away we won. Man City at home we lost, and Fulham away we drew. But without context, that doesn't sound too bad. But like, if you watched us against Fulham, we should have lost like 3-0. We were so lucky to get a draw. Like we scored right at the end. Like we needed Danny Ings to come on and score to get us a draw at Fulham.
That's a tough start though. Playing Emery's Villa, you're playing City, and then you have to play Chelsea away from home. That's 3 difficult games.
They got Liverpool away, I think, after us.
Yeah, then you got to play Liverpool as well.
I'm not even gonna blame what I think of the manager isn't gonna come to into Anfield. Like Anfield isn't gonna point any judgment from me for the manager. But the problem is that yes, the games have been tough, but we're meant I get we're at the start of this process, but we're meant to be way more competitive in these games, not against Man City, but for fuck's sake, the goals we conceded, in every game, easily could have been dealt with. Easily, it's not apart from the second Haaland goal, I can't really think of a goal that we've conceded that has been okay, the team has completely outplayed us here. No, it's been fully us. Because even the Duran goal, we gave them so much space. Soufal was marking one of their number 10s and so tired. Bowen was marking their left back. It was just ridiculous. For me, it's you gotta cut them. You can't cut them things out if you're going to try and get a consistent amount of 3 points each game. And if you don't win this game, we've got Brentford away next week. We don't win at Brentford away. So you only put yourself more pressure on yourself.
Is this a system thing or is it your players?
It's a team selection thing for me. It's just a team selection thing. I think the system could be fine if you pick
he's
the right
playing
players.
Kudus on the wing, Bowen basically on the touchline. He's making their game
on
so
the
one-dimensional.
wrong wing.
He's playing them. He's making them one-dimensional and on the wrong wing. It's ugly.
Why doesn't he play Bowen not Bowen? Why doesn't he play Kudus as the touchline wing?
Well, he does on the left, unfortunately.
No,
it doesn't make sense to me because you're
That's why
only
he's
allowing
saying
Kudus to be
squad
direct.
selection.
Yeah, that's why you're I've said, you either play Paquetá Soler next to Alvarez, Kudus in the 10, Bowen on the right, in the pockets, not on the fucking touchline, and you play Fulcrook up front when he's fit.
You're
if
cooking,
not,
bro.
Yeah, and then Somerville on the left. For God's sake, just free Somerville, free Todibo.
I think
free them.
But I think when you bought Wan-Bissaka, it made sense that your right winger would have to hold the touchline. It makes so much sense.
Yeah, I hear that. But at the same time, Wan-Bissaka's still going forward, like underlapping. It's not like he's just tucking in, staying back, which is my problem. It's not like he's just tucking in as a back three, which is what I thought was going to happen. He's underlapping. He's making underlapping runs, which if he's going to make runs, you might as well just allow him to hug the touchline anyway. Because Prime, we don't even cross that much. We're not even set up to like whip balls in anyway. So it's not even like pause. Well, it's not even like Wan-Bissaka is being used for like one of his biggest detriments, and that's crossing the ball in and just failing with it. Like Wan-Bissaka could just hug the touchline and could try and combine with Bowen when he's on the touchline and Bowen in the pockets. So it's just what we did against Palace, and it worked. And we won 2-0. But for some reason, that's all changed. Like, and to be honest, obviously Wan-Bissaka and Kilman are the least of my worries. Like, they've been great. Like, this manager has helped us defensively, but we're meant to be a better attacking team as well, and we haven't seen that. We've just seen the same of last season, just us attacking in moments, and it's not a player thing. Because nobody can tell me that Kudus, Paquetá, and Bowen ain't good enough to at least challenge for the top European places. Like and a striker up front, like with Fulkrug when he's fully fit. And if not, then you can makeshift Bowen up front for Somerville and then bring Ings off the bench. Like, it's not the greatest, but that's what you got. This is what you wanted. You wanted to keep these players that stayed. So this is all on him. Because if we really wanted the player to leave, we would have sold them. The only one that we wanted to sold and didn't get sold was Ings because he rejected an offer from Southampton. Everyone else was down to Lopetegui. Like, because he wanted Cresswell to stay. He wanted Antonio to stay because he wanted them at Wolves. So this is a thing he's got to die on, really. But I think without all of that context, it's kind of hard to explain. But that's the problem. Like, when you've got all the players that you had and you're still picking some of the worst selections from all these good players that you have, I can't have sympathy. I can't have sympathy for you. I can't. Like, like, there's no excuse now. Carlos Soler is his second international, the second game from the international break. So Carlos Soler must at least start. He's not going to. I'm not getting my hopes up. What's it called? Kudus cannot be played on the left for much longer. I don't know why you think Kudus is a left winger. He's not. He's barely even a winger. Like, he's good on the right wing, but he's a number 10. He's a number 10. You just let him have the freedom of the pitch. Let him do whatever he wants. Like, it should be his game. So these are problems that are easily fixable. It's just whether he wants to do it. But I think he's also got too much pragmatism in his head that doesn't allow him to let players to be free. You know, like, he has too much pragmatism with him. So,
is that true, Prime? By the way, that's a crazy stat.
I mean, when was the Liverpool game?
For West
The Liverpool
Ham?
game was for us, Chelsea.
For us?
Yeah. The Liverpool game was in January, I think. Right? So I think that might be right then. Our last 19 top flight game. So in the league.
That's crazy,
sorry. Lucas, we're not selling Paquetá in January. No. That's the thing with, like, Paquetá hasn't started well, but he's the only one that can actually pick out a pass. You know, like, the only one that can actually have a great final ball. Everyone else cannot pass the ball the way Paquetá can. I know he isn't great for Brazil. I know people have, like, their opinions on him and stuff, but for us, like, I remember even last season under Moyes, we literally just relied on him. We didn't win a game without Paquetá. Not one. Every time he was out, we lost. And at the back end of the season, everyone just gave up. So that's the reason why we got battered every week. But we need Paquetá deeper, just dictating play, and then Kudus in front, just doing his own thing. Just go all out, because we haven't gone all out, and then we still conceded. So what's the point of not leaving everything on a pitch with all your best attackers? Which is what I don't get. It's too much of a pragmatist mindset, I guess. Especially away from home as well. Away from home, it's like, I've got to go change West Ham completely. I've got to be so pragmatic, it's unbelievable. And then
that's where
we actually give it a go.
That's where a lot of Chelsea fans have started to rate Maresca is, like, we went for the point against Bournemouth, whereas last season we protected the point against Bournemouth.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw the difference. We got 3 instead of 1.
Yeah. That's what a proper manager does as well. He tries to change it in game. Like the subs you guys made was so crucial. Like, I didn't even think
halftime changed the game, bro.
Yeah. Like, I didn't even think Neto was that bad in the first half against Bournemouth, but he thought, okay, Sancho is going to change something here. I need Sancho on for Neto, and it worked. And Kunku on for Jackson, it worked.
We were playing
Like,
so right-handed before he came on. As soon as he
yeah,
came on the left wing, it was like we was really balanced from left to right.
It came alive, bro.
Yeah,
Cucurella was
absolutely.
making those runs. Like there was even that one time, like it was the same thing. Sancho played Cucurella, and Cucurella had the cross. It was just like nobody was able to get to the ball. It went across the entire face of the AR
I think
box.
Jackson
Nothing.
and it wasn't Jackson, was it? It
It
might have
was
been Jackson
Jackson. Jackson was
and
the. I don't know who else was there though. It was Jackson. Somebody else.
Madueke. I think Madueke was there as well.
Yeah, it went through both of them. But like
Yeah.
that is something that would not have happened in the first half. Like the first half, it was dead, bro. Left hand side
yeah.
at least.
He even tweaked it as well with the Cucurella position, put him further forward. That's what a proper manager does. He likes to, if it's not working for him, he tweaks it, and that's his own system. Like that's what a proper manager does.
Nah,
But
half times have been good for Maresca so far. I think this season he's shown that like halftime he's willing to make like tactical changes, talks to the players, make subs. Like it's been good.
Yeah,
man,
and he also
like,
makes subs early as well, which is what he's not. He's very proactive. He's willing to change the game instead of giving it time and letting the game get worse. And so I don't get the whole complaining from our fan base. It's a lot of positives that people are just failing or blindly
Man.
not looking at, which is annoying. But that's why
Me and you both.
Chelsea need to get a run of games. We need a run of games under our belt for people to start looking at the positives.
We need to run our games because our schedule, bro, after like this easy run of games, quote unquote, is awful. It's really
Yes.
difficult.
fam,
Let me
this
see
is meant
the
to be our
exact-
easy run of games, bro.
Let me see the exact. Okay, so we have, so after West Ham we have Barrow, Brighton, Ghent, Nottingham Forest, all at home. So we have 4 home games in a row. And then after that, we have We have Liverpool, Castle, United, Arsenal. Like, do you see what I'm saying? That these games, like, it needs to be a good run of games. We have a run of 4 home games in a row.
Mm.
And then after that, bro, Liverpool, Newcastle, Man U, Arsenal. Like, come on, bro. Like, we need to go in with a good. We need to go in with a good amount of points. Because I'm not like those games, bro. It's rough.
Those 4 home games, we cannot lose a single one.
No.
Or draw. You need
So
maximum wins. And
Maximum
then, like,
points.
Newcastle will be tough. Man United, I don't care how bad they are. Like, that's always a tough game for us.
Yes.
Arsenal, yeah, myth. So,
Yeah, bro.
yeah.
The only thing with that Arsenal game is that's Sanchez's chance to redeem himself. If Sanchez has a good play, if he saves us that game, I will forgive him for the crimes of last season. He gets back to 0 for me because right now he's still in the negatives for that Arsenal game.
Nah, because the thing is, right, we could win our next games, but if we don't like pick up points against Newcastle, United, Arsenal, our fan base will still turn. So
I'm telling I told Mike, bro, like, because he was saying like if we go ahead early, the West Ham fans are they're gonna hear it that they're unhappy. And I was like, if it were the other way around and we concede in the first couple minutes to West Ham at home, you're gonna hear the Gallagher chants immediately. Immediately the Gallagher chants are coming out, man.
Yeah. Even we're not that toxic. We've just been. It's just I go to the home game shit. It's just like fucking wake up. It's just like that. That's like the main shit. Like, fucking wake up.
And especially since Gallagher, he took a picture with the Chelsea Academy
kids,
players midweek. It's even worse now. It's gonna be even worse.
Oh,
I
he
feel
still
so
loves
disconnected from Chelsea. Shut up, bro. Nah, but
If
wait.
you're disconnected from Chelsea, go support someone else, man.
No, literally, like I don't know what to tell you.
Feel so disconnected. It's a bit dramatic, man. Fucking
It
hell,
is,
man.
but that's how they are. Let's see. All right, after us, yeah. So after Chelsea, West Ham have Liverpool away, Brentford away, Ipswich at home, Tottenham away, and then Man U at home. So
It's meant to be our easy run, you know. Come back from that. There's no easy game in this league.
yeah.
If we lose to Ipswich,
No.
against-
Yeah, I was about to say Ipswich is come on, bro.
against
Come
Ben Johnson, a former player, Ben Johnson and Calvin Phillips, the guy who played last season. Everyone knows me. I crush it on Ben Johnson all the time. One of the most overrated players to play for my club. If we get dunked on by them two, I will lose my shit, bro. I'm gonna break my Mac.
Wait, Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson. What the
Ben
worst?
Johnson.
Not even worse.
Right back, right?
Yep, right back. Yep, right back. That was good at nothing.
Good lord, the games.
Like the thing is with Ben Johnson, like the bar was so low last season because Sue fell. So when Sue fell was playing badly, people were asking for Ben Johnson to come in.
The bar's in hell.
Yeah, like Ben Johnson before his injury was just good at defending, and then after Ben Johnson got injured, Ben Johnson was still good, was just good at nothing. He wasn't good at passing, can't dribble. When he dribbled, he would like dribble like Martinelli with his head down, but he'd run into the corner and then just kick it against the defender for the corner. People are like, wait, Ben Johnson, he fucking tries. Like, fuck off, man. Just because he comes from our academy, just because he came from our academy doesn't mean he's good.
See,
He's
the
worst
academy kid.
product.
Yup.
He's the worst academy product I've seen become a first team player at like a Premier League first team player at West Ham. Like I've seen way more from.
I was about to say at West Ham.
Yeah, at West Ham, Like fucking hell. But this is how bad Ben Johnson is. Yeah, how many minutes do you guys think he played for Ipswich last game?
20.
0.
I knew
He was on the
zero.
bench.
I knew it, bro.
He was on the bench for Twanzebe. I mean, he's a centre back playing right back. So even Kieran McKenna's like, nah, this guy ain't good enough. Why the fuck is he good enough for West Ham? I was crashing it on everyone last season.
It's weird because West Ham's academy, it used to be known for producing the best players in England.
Yeah.
Lampard, Joe Cole.
Yeah, Defoe, Carrick. Like,
yep.
To be fair, now it's actually like, it may not be best players in the country anymore, but the crop we've got now in our academy is actually really good. But the problem is the fact that people like Ben Johnson will come through and people will be like, okay, just play him. And then he'll put in a shit performance, but it doesn't matter. He's one of our own.
He gets it. He gets it. It means more. It means more.
Yeah, this Arsenal fan that was born in Wolverhampton Forest is one of our own, apparently, just because he came through West Ham's academy. Yeah, cool. One of our own. Fuck off, man.
What is your word for proper Chelsea?
We don't have that. We don't have that, to be fair. No, we don't have.
You don't have top irons.
No, we don't. We don't have top irons. We don't have top hammers. We don't have top irons. We don't have any of that. We don't have the top red stuff.
You're lucky, bro. You're lucky.
Yeah, we just have. We just have. He gets the club. He gets it. We just have that nonsense of
West Ham like known for like. Is the word hooliganism?
Yeah, it kind of used to be.
But so it makes sense if you guys had like a proper Chelsea or top Reds.
Yeah. To be fair, like,
be happy you don't. That's all I'm gonna say. Be happy you don't. My life was infinitely better before I got online and started interacting with the Chelsea fan base like 2 years ago. Like, I did not know people could be this stupid. I'm gonna be so real.
RSM, like, you've never been to Stamford Bridge. You're not proper Chelsea.
Yeah,
you're
bro.
Proper Chelsea. What are you talking about?
Nah,
yeah, that's why I just don't get it, bro. Yeah. Worse. I'm South American, brother. So you know, even further away from the bridge.
That's even worse.
Even worse. I didn't even speak English for the beginning parts of my life.
Wow, you can't be proper Chelsea.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Jesus, man, you don't even speak the fucking language. So you can be proper Chelsea.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
No, real talk though.
I mean, yeah, we don't really have that. It's just like, do you know what it is? We're not as much of a passion merchants at our club. It's just the problem is like you'll get that portion of fan base that will just try and keep this average player there just because they run a lot or because we're that desperate and the bar is low. Like, I get it. Like, the bar is low. I get why people want to Ben Johnson in because Sue fell. But still, when Ben Johnson, he was good at nothing. He couldn't pass, can't shoot, can't dribble. After his injury, he couldn't defend. I remember he got absolutely dog-eared by Mikeytimmo when Brighton beat us 4-0, and I was just like, okay, I would happily drive you just off a cliff, let alone the fucking airport tomorrow. Like, seriously, get out of my club. That was the problem with him. And also, we always get that ones where if you stay at the club for a long time, it means you're a good servant, aka Aaron Cresswell.
Oh,
get the
my
fuck
God,
out.
Yeah.
I think I just called this guy Luke Shaw more gel in his hair one time. I think I summed that up quite well because like Luke Shaw is that Man United for a long time. Doesn't make him a good servant. He's just there for
he
vibes.
was just there.
It's
Yeah,
just there.
like-
Yeah, it's crazy how much PR you can gain from just tapping the badge after doing
Hold
some
on,
running.
respect,
Crazy, bro.
respect Cresswell. Respect Roberto
For
Cresswell.
what?
My left
Roberto
back.
Chris.
Respect my left back. Respect my left back.
Why is he your left back?
Respect my left back.
Fam,
My fucking left back. Respect.
Brother.
I fucking can't stand him. I can't stand the cunt.
No, I'm
But,
joking.
like, that's-
I used to like
Yeah, I
Cresswell
know.
like a few years ago when he was good. But
I will happily have a debate with any West Ham fan that wants to come on and try and debate Aaron Cresswell being a good servant because I can roll it off the top. Like it's just too easy for me. I've been arguing. I even argued with my parents about this shit. Both my parents are West Ham fans. Like I just like they're sick of me seeing the same thing. So Aaron Cresswell was just here for a long time. It doesn't mean he was a good servant.
He's a loyal servant, not a good one.
Yeah, but even then,
That's hilarious.
I remember he was like, people were like, "Oh, Aaron Cresswell's a good servant because, oh yeah, we're signing him a contract extension because he can help the younger kids like come through and like be around the club and like be a good role model." Okay, this great role model, by the way, when Lopetegui was Wolves manager, refused to train for West Ham because he wanted to move to Wolves. What's a great role model you are by refusing to train for a club that gave you over 9 years of a career? Was such a great role model, you fucking scouse bastard. Like seriously. Like,
Oh,
how is that
man.
being a good role model? Just refusing to train for the club.
It's
That
so
gave
funny.
you a career.
It's like the opposite of what happened with us this summer, where they were like, "What message is it sending to the young kids that we have a bomb squad?" And it's like that if you're not making the first team. Like I don't know what to tell you, bro. God, that's the message. You're welcome.
Man. But listen, this stream has been great. I will
Yeah.
fall asleep on stream if I go on for any longer. I've done six. I've talked about this game at least 7 or 8 times, over and over again. But big up to RSM, big up to Melon, big up to Prime for all coming on. Much appreciated.
Yeah, man.
It's the first time we've had more than one guest on a video and on the channel, so I appreciate it.
Hey.
Make sure to subscribe to RSM. Link is in the title. Make sure to follow
Appreciate it.
Prime on Twitter. And Melon, you better fucking start a channel because
Yeah,
we're trying to
well,
see.
He
them
is. Soon.
We're trying to see them alcoholic match reactions, bro. We're trying to see that immediately. Bro. Like,
Oh man.
like,
Yeah,
no, that's me.
Melon watch along after Melon watch along for when the Sassy made an error, bro.
it's like
Oh,
yo,
people would have gone
that's
famous on Twitter, bro. I
crazy.
can already imagine.
I mean, wait, Melon's starting a channel. I don't even know what the guy
Yeah,
looks
maybe.
like. Let's go.
I do. I've met him.
Yeah,
He's,
but I bet you know your profile picture, like exactly like that. Exactly the same.
Oh, that's too funny because I know exactly what you look like. But basically, you're basically describing our Moroccan fan base. All these fan bases are the same. They don't
Wait.
understand the game. Oh, he runs fast and taps the patch.
Wait,
Fuck off.
Melon,
Does he have
you
a
look, you look like this. You look like this.
No.
That picture's fucking crazy.
I know.
Jesus
It's like-
Christ.
It's
Is that
like
chunks?
it's Reese.
Stop,
Looks like
bro.
chunks, bro.
It's Reese.
Prom has the net. You know what? Just for that, hold up. I'm not gonna allow my captain to get slandered. There you go. Reese background for the end. You can hold that Prime.
All right. Big up to Jojo as well, bro. I hope you're doing well. Make sure to like the video, people. Make sure to subscribe if you are new. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So we're trying to hit that as soon as possible. Obviously, I'll have the match reaction for tomorrow. It'll be at quarter. It will be at.
Bro, he looks like
Okay.
he's 40 years old, dog. I'm not even gonna lie. Like that's such a bad picture.
RSM wants to go machine for machine. Yeah, let's go.
My match reaction for the Chelsea game, hopefully it's a win for West Ham, will be at 9:45 instead of 10 p.m. because I'm trying to watch Anthony Joshua fight afterwards. So I have the match reaction a bit earlier.
Are you watching the fight?
But make sure to be there for that. Yeah, I'll probably watch the fight.
What are you streaming it? Or?
No comment. I'll say off camera. make sure to do all the things, people. Follow me on social media as well. GVR Max at Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok as well. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.